what is the significance of this Kibito village? Right. If you look at the entire eastern India, guys, the northeastern part of India, right, you are not having any access into these areas because there are the roughly rugged mountains are present, though the height of the mountains is very, very small, but they are highly rugged and they are having swiftly flowing rivers. That is the reason because of which people cannot cross from Myanmar into the Indian side, guys. But this is the only village where the people can have the access. They can walk into India. And the Kibito is the village which has witnessed two of the wars, guys. Right? The Indian National Army of Subhash Chandra Bose entered into India. Right? They have initiated their activities, Singapore, right? From there, they have started their journey and they have entered into India through the Kibito village. And when the Japanese forces have waded into India against the Britishers, they also entered through the Kibito village, guys. Right? So that is the significance of the Kibito village, which is present, which is said to be the easternmost point of India. Right? And when it comes to the westernmost point of India, okay, the westernmost point of India, right, and that westernmost point of India is present in represented by the Guhar Mota village, guys. Revenue division of Guhar Mota village. This is Kibito village. This is Guhar Mota village, and this is present in the districts of Rann in Gujarat, guys. And this district is completely devoid of the natural vegetation except the tufts of grasses here and there, guys. And the total area is covered by the sand dunes. Okay, and here and there you are having the infringing of the black stones. That's it. So this is the driest part of the India, guys, right, where only the tuft of green grass are there. There is a reason because of which from here you will be having the trafficking of the humans takes place, because the tufts of grasses are very, very high. If you people have witnessed or seen the, what is that, Abhishek Bachchan's movie, guys, Refugee, right, that Refugee movie has been shot in this area, guys, where you will be having the tufts of grasses where the people can camouflage themselves or the people can hide themselves from the security forces during the daytime and they can simply cross into Pakistan, guys. So this is said to be the westernmost part of India, guys. So the northernmost point of India is Kilikdawan Pass, though the book says that it is Indira Col. The southernmost point of India, though it is said that it is the point Kalimor or Kanyakumari, right, we should say that it is the Indira point or the Pygmalion point. Actually, it was the Pygmalion point, guys. Rajiv Gandhi went there and in memory of his mother, he has named it as or changed the name of Pygmalion point as the Indira point, guys, right, which is just 140 kilometers away from the Sumatra island, which is much, much closer to Sumatra or the Indonesian island than the mainland India, guys, right. And Galathea is the important river which is flowing nearer to that Indira point, guys, Galathea. Okay, so this is related to the northernmost, easternmost, westernmost and the southernmost point of India, right. When it comes to the what do you say, guys, the north-south extent of India or the total area of India, right, when we talk about the total area of India, it is 3.28 million square kilometers or 32 lakhs 87,264 square kilometers, guys, in precise, right. With this huge area, though we consider it to be a huge area, guys, right, it is only occupying 2.4% of the world area. Right, just now in the beginning of the class also I said that India has got a huge area, but this huge area, the so-called huge area, is occupying only 2.4% of the world area, and we are the 7th largest country in the world, guys, after RCC UBA. What is that RCC UBA? It is Russia, Canada, China, United States, Brazil and Australia. Right, so we are the 7th largest country after them, guys, right. And when we are also going on with India, guys, right? The north-south extent of India is said to be 3,000, okay, 214 kilometers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3,214 kilometers north-south extent, and east-west extent is 2,933 kilometers, guys. Okay, so north-south is 3,214 kilometers north-south, right? East-west is 2,933 kilometers, right? But when we talk about the north-south extent and east-west extent of India, both are nearly 30 degrees, guys. Okay, this is 30 degrees longitudes and this is 30 degrees latitudes, right? So when the latitude and longitude positions are the difference is same, right? Here the realistic kilometer variation is something different, guys. It is because the longitudes, okay, the longitudes are what do you say? They are straight lines, okay, but the latitudes, right, they will be going on expand. The longitudes will be going on expanding towards the equator, right, and the longitudes are expanding at the equators, right, whereas the latitudes are also having the circles. This will be the smallest circle, right, this will be the biggest circle. Okay, so here this will not be having any variation, but this will be having the variation, guys. So that is the reason because of which the east-west extent, sorry guys, this is latitudes, this is longitudes, right, because it is bulging at the north and it is expanding towards the center and it is going down again. So point to point, so the bulge is present in the center, guys. That is the reason because of which we are having the variations. Okay, yeah. So when we are talking about the Tropic of Cancer, and just now we said that India is nearly having 30 degrees latitudinal extent and 30 degrees longitudinal extent, right? So when we talk about this 30 degrees latitudinal and longitudinal extents, right, you see the India has been divided into two equal halves of nearly 15 degrees by 23.5 north latitude, guys. Okay, so the Tropic of Cancer divides India into nearly two equal halves of 15 degrees each, right? So when we are talking about these two equal halves of 15 degrees each, right, the one of the question has been asked in the civil service examination, guys. The Tropic of Cancer passes through which of the following states? So from which of the following states, or from which states you will be having the Tropic of Cancer passing through, guys? It passes through Gujarat. It passes through Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, a part of Rajasthan, right? And it is the what do you say, Chhattisgarh, okay, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Bengal, Tripura and Mizoram, guys. So these are all the states through which the Tropic of Cancer passes, right? And we say that the Tropic of Cancer is dividing the country into two equal halves, right? But when you see the areal extent of northern half and the southern half, it is highly disproportionate, guys, right? So though we say that the Tropic of Cancer is dividing the country into two equal halves of 15 degrees each, okay, 15 degrees each, the areal extent of the two parts is differing, right? So the northern half, this is the southern half, guys, right? So the northern half is occupying two parts of the landmass and southern half is occupying only one part of the landmass, guys. Okay, so southern part is occupying only one part of the landmass and the northern part is occupying two part of the landmass, guys, right? And any of the landmass which is present to the north of 23.5 should be called as temperate landmass, right? And any of the landmass which is present to the southern side of the Tropic of Cancer should be called as the tropical landmass, right? So our Indian landmass, right, only one part is in the tropical latitudes and two parts are present in the temperate latitudes, guys. So when we say that two parts are present in the temperate latitudes, taking the majority of the area into consideration, we should say that India is a temperate country in general, guys. But we always say that India is a tropical country, guys. Okay, so we say India to be a tropical country. So what is the reason for which we are calling or we are saying that India is a tropical country, guys? Right. So India is said to be a tropical country because of two important reasons, guys. Right. The first is the physical reason. Right. Physically, the northern parts of India, right, the northern parts of India are having the Himalayan mountains, guys. Okay, the northern parts of India are having the Himalayan mountains, right? So what the Himalayan mountains are doing? The Himalayan mountains are acting as the insulated compartments, guys. They are not allowing the temperate climates or temperate weather conditions to enter into India. Okay, insulated container, guys, insulating. It's like thermos, right? If something is poured into the thermos, right, if it is cold, it will be cold. If it is hot, it will be hot. But the outside weather conditions or the climatic conditions will not be affecting what is present in inside, right? So like that, the Himalayas are acting as the insulated compartments. They will not allow the cold climates, cold weather conditions of the polar and subpolar or the temperate land masses to enter into India, guys. Right. Second, physically only. We are talking about physical and cultural, guys. In physically only, the Himalayas are acting as the orographic barriers or the mountain barriers, orographic barriers, guys. Orographic means mountain barriers, right? What they are acting for what they are acting as the orographic barriers? They are acting as the orographic barriers for the monsoonal winds or the monsoons, guys, right? And these monsoons are the ones which are originating in the tropical oceans or generally equatorial oceans. They are originating, but it is said to be the tropical oceans, guys. Okay, and they are obstructing the monsoonal winds, guys. The Himalayas are obstructing the monsoonal winds, because of which the entire landmass present to the south of Himalayas is having the monsoonal climate, guys. So physically they are obstructing the cold winds coming from the northern temperate regions, right? And they are also obstructing the monsoonal winds which are carrying the moisture from the tropical latitudes towards the north, and that is the reason because of which we are having the rainfall, and that is called as the monsoonal rainfall, guys. And that is the important reason because of which we say our climate is the monsoonal climate. This is physically. And when we talk about the cultural variations, culturally India is completely different from all the temperate land masses, guys. Whatever the religion you are following in India, right, what is the religion you are following, right, you will be having some cultural traits which are not present among all the people of the other temperate regions, guys, right. If any of the visitor comes to India, comes to our house in India, guys, our general attitude is Atiti Devo Bhava. You may be following Islam or Christianity or Hinduism, guys. If somebody comes, some relative comes to our house, right, we will not ask them to get lost, guys. We will say that, okay, you come, you stay with us. And if they are going away, within 1 or 2 days, we say, arey, just for 2 days you have come from so long, why can't you stay for few more days and all. That is the culture of ours, right? And if someone comes from outside, right, we will be offering them the water, a lota of water, a tumbler of water to wash the feet, right? And we will be asking them to enter into house, or we will be arranging a charpai or a khatiya, guys. Then we will be offering them something to drink. That is the culture of India. But when you talk about the Western cultures, Until unless you take the permission from the family whom you are trying to visit, they'll not allow you guys. Right? And when you go, you have to go with certain gifts in your hands. By looking at the gifts only, they will be allowing you to enter inside. Otherwise, they say, we are very busy and we are trying to move out, or we have other plans. There's a reason because of which many of our friends who come from America, who have settled in America or Australia or New Zealand, they say, can we come to your house? They'll be taking permission from us, guys. That is not our culture. That is the culture of the Western temperate Western world, guys. Our culture is with the whole open arms, we will be inviting the people. Whoever they come, just we say, ask them to get inside, guys. So these are the cultural and physical variations because of which our country is said to be the tropical country, not the temperate country. Though 2 parts of Indian landmass is present in the temperate latitudes, guys.